We start with Liverpool, who are in Bangkok for pre-season ahead of the new Premier League campaign, and we can hear from their manager Jurgen Klopp, who's been speaking with our senior reporter Melissa Reddy.
Jurgen, when you signed your new contract, one of the things you mentioned was building a new team or being here for the evolution. That's already started with the forward line.
Yeah, yeah, it did. How can you keep going? How can you improve a world-class football team? It's by training, obviously, we believe in that a lot, but as well in bringing new players in. And because you need fresh blood, you need new dynamic, all these kind of things. You need fresh desire, these kind of things, to create again a team full of excitement and determination for the things coming. And that's what we try. Sometimes you do it exactly like you want, and sometimes you have to react on a situation, like when Sadio told us that he wants to move on, then we just knew, okay, we have to replace him. He's a pretty good player, and thankfully we could do that already a little bit in the winter with bringing Luis, now Darwin as well. Fabio, very exciting player, these kind of things. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And it was always clear that changes have to be made. And I know for supporters always like this, oh my God, he left. How can we do this? I'm really excited about the new opportunity we got.
What does it actually say about the team? Because you said there, supporters, obviously when a massive player leaves, there is a bit of sadness, but in the past there's always been massive anxiety over it. Yet Liverpool seed a Ballon d'Or nominee, a world-class player, and yet things just move on. There's no worry about the team. Everyone's actually excited. There's no Sadio Mane is left. Now what happens?
Oh yeah, we will realize how good we know how good Sadio is, and we will realize how good he was for us in moments, because there were just Sadio moments where nobody else can do it like him. But that's not a bad thing, because again, I'm not sure, like 2 years ago, Diogo Jota came in, and Diogo did for us amazing stuff, and will do. And Mo stays here, Bobby Firmino, and probably not the season we all expected because of injuries last year. But when you see him here in training, Bobby is back 100%. So world-class player. So of course you don't have to be worried, to be honest, when you think about us. You just have to be, or you can be, excited about what's possible, what's possible for us, because we cannot just do the same thing year in, year out. It's not possible. We have a basis, and we have to build, but we have to build on this basis, and that means we have to be more unpredictable again for other teams, and that's possible with bringing in other players, because they have different skill set, and that will be really interesting how we can use that.
How do you balance the state of, we've got a world-class team, but we also have to build the next world-class team? Because I think as well, probably from a Liverpool perspective, that front three was the hardest to evolve because of how good they are and how synchronized they are.
That's true, but we did it step by step. We didn't sell all three and try to build a front three again. So we two of this world-class front three are still here, plus extra quality, so that's cool. And obviously the spine of a football team is as well the last line, the midfield, and there we have a very interesting mix of experience, all quality, but experience and youth, and I'm really looking forward to work with that, because I know that people think we should have signed a midfielder. Actually we have. Because Harvey Elliott, people forget that immediately, was our best player in the first 4 matches of the last season, and then he got a bad injury. We brought in Fabio Carvalho. It was incredibly interesting. Tyler Morton made definitely the next step. He played for us good games, but on 6 he's actually an 8. So when you see him now training, absolutely exceptional. We have then all the other boys in the beginning of the season. We struggled a little bit. Hendo was injured a little bit. Then Thiago, Naby, and all these kind of things. If they all stay fit, we have an incredible amount, but as well, incredible football players there, and all what you need: creativity, hard working, box to box. It's all in. We just have to use it in the right way. And last line, we have 4 of the best centre backs in the world. We have the 2 best left and right back, plus Costas, plus now Calvin, plus Joe can play, plus Millie who can play, all these kind of things. It's really interesting. Didn't even speak yet about the goalie. So the basis is there, but of course the opponents didn't sleep, so they improve as well. We know that, and we don't expect because we are last year close, we will be next year just win it. No, it's not like this. We just have to make sure that we are ready in each game to fight with all we have for the 3 points. And if we do that, then we could be successful.
You mentioned injuries and stuff there, and obviously the season prior to last, there was that massive injury crisis, so hard to get over the line, but Liverpool managed to do it. And then the team reacts in such a strong way by competing on all fronts. How did you view that reaction as a manager, and then what can we expect now into the new campaign?
The same determination, definitely, because we know we want to. In sports like this, people say, oh, now we won this and won that, but you want to win it again and again and again and again. That's how it is. That's the thing I really love about it. So you don't have to tell anybody, but don't forget, we want to win this competition. So that's one thing. The other, but you need to, without luck, you have a real problem. And that's actually what we had 2 years ago, bad luck. Because it started with the injuries, and then you cannot really catch up. It's like, wow, and then him, and then him. And then some have to play too early, some have to play too often, all these kind of things. Last year we could balance it much better. It was, I think, the highest rate of rotation I ever experienced in my entire career. So that's something we want to do again, but for that we need the players fit, and that hopefully we can do. We brought in some reinforcements in the medical department again. Another osteopath we brought in with fridges, and because we realized it's really important that the boys get this specific kind of treatment, and when you have them fit, then you have the choice, and if the choice, then the boys are really fighting for the spot already in the team, and in the right status, so means that they are fit and fight for it, and not they fight that they have a chance to be again kind of available for the next game, which we had 2 years ago. So I said, if we try to do the right stuff all the time, and sometimes it works out better than in other times, but I'm pretty optimistic that we can have a good season, whatever that means.
So we've spoken about evolution. Mane's gone, the front line is evolving, the team itself is changing, but off the pitch as well. Michael Edwards leaves as sporting director. Even still behind the scenes, it doesn't feel like the sporting director's gone. There's such a good transition period and evolution even behind the scenes.
Yeah, and it's good because, important obviously, because we are stable in all the things we do. We are really stable. That's a good thing about having a manager in for a long time, because it's nothing. We don't get nervous when somebody says, "Oh, I want a new challenge. I can go there. I want to do this," because we know that the basis is really stable. And having Julian Ward, and the transition between Michael and Julian was really smooth because they know each other for ages. Michael was still working a little bit behind the scenes. Now he's definitely not with us anymore. But Julian is young but experienced as well, and in the job, and had already a lot to do now in this transfer window, and is still busy with some stuff. So it's that I think the most important thing in a football club is stability, and we have that from the ownership, the manager, sporting director, and all other departments, press department, all these kind of things. So we can improve, but from a really good basis, and that's all about. And I'm really happy. You're right. We don't think about these kind of things. So when you tell me now, it's like, yeah, maybe it could have been a big fuss, but it wasn't. Just because we don't become nervous in these moments.
You said Julian Ward is still busy. So are we expecting any more incomings for Liverpool in this transfer window?
I don't think so, but we have obviously some players who were last year on loan and might leave the club. These kind of things. This kind of busy I was talking about.